Okay, so quick recap, because we need to start the video here. I know we've already been talking about this a lot on stream, okay? But everyone is pissed off about this event. How many of you guys have seen people losing it on Reddit? I know Summoners War Reddit in general is full of a lot of interesting people. But then, look, already, this in here. Look, here's someone reporting it to Summoners War. This is what they said. We understand your concerns, and we appreciate the feedback. Okay, so a nothing response, but that's better than nothing. Yeah, look, it's just... Honestly, what I'm seeing a lot of here is more people complaining about the lack of the response, which is good, because that is actually showing me that some people here are reasonable, okay? Because as I said, you know, it's not just about the scrolls, man. It's not about the scrolls. Yeah. Like, it's just people complaining about it for the past... Ever since it was released. What the is this? Why is someone posting the stock price? Who gives a... And then someone flexing their LD5. Okay, whatever. Anyway, but there is a clear reason why this has gone fucking horrifically wrong, okay? It's not just about the event, okay, that released and people are like, oh, but I want more LD scrolls. That's not it. Okay? Personally, I don't give a shit about... I mean, I would have wanted them to do something better for the last event. I really, really don't care as much about the scrolls. I'll take 10 LD scrolls. I'm not going to get anything from them because the rates are shit, but that's not the issue here. It's part of a much bigger problem, which I think it would be good that I can discuss this in detail now, okay? Because I've been alluding to it the whole stream, but we're going to go into detail now. The biggest... I've got 3 main things that cause this to spiral out of control right now, okay? 3 main things. And it's not just the fucking only 10 LD scrolls, okay? First of all, bad timing. This is the worst timing that you could pull off something like this, okay? I'm going to put this in the background. This is the worst timing that they could do something like this to piss everyone off. Because there is already a sort of aura of people upset about Summoners War at the moment, okay? There's a number of issues with the game that people want addressed, okay? First of all, big one that's already got people a little bit, maybe not, they don't realize it, but at least subconsciously, you're feeling a little bit iffy about the state of the game right now because a new monster just released. No one was expecting it. It came out of fucking nowhere, all right? It just... New monster, end of the year. In fact, honestly, when I first saw that, I thought that they were going to pass that off as the 10x10. That's the last one for the 10th anniversary, but at least they actually did an event, okay? And yeah, no one saw it coming, and at least to me, and I'm sure this felt the same way to a lot of other people, this felt particularly very money grab, you know, sort of vibe, okay? Usually, when there's a monster, there's packs, okay? There's always packs. That's nothing special, okay? But they added an extra couple things which make this seem very sus, and it looks like they're really trying to get you to waste your crystals and therefore have to buy more. First thing they did, they added that special summon event, okay? You know when they do, oh, you summon 30 scrolls, you get a reward. You get 60 scrolls, you get a reward, and so on, all the way to 300. They don't do that all the time. Okay, but they did it this time, and it costs crystals to get this event, to get the actual good rewards from this event. Okay, on top of that, at the same time that they dropped these new monsters and that special summon sort of event thing, they made it so you could buy the daily pack with the LDs 5 times a month. That's another 2,000 crystals that they want you to spend. They know people will spend it. You shouldn't. If you're going to max efficiency, you shouldn't be fucking wasting your crystals on this shit. You should be farming, okay? But it's there and they know people will do it and they want you to do it, okay? And at the same time, TOA is resetting, so they know people want to buy those fucking TOA packs. All of this at once. It feels very, very aggressive on trying to get you to spend money, and people have picked up on that, and it's leading into these more issues. Another thing is, we're at the end of the RTA season. If you're not doing too well this season, you're going to be even more incentivized to buy these packs because you feel like you're falling behind. They know that as well. And that's gonna, if people are in that situation, they are going to feel frustrated as well. That's another thing. Another thing. All those things add up to the bad timing. Now, another thing is, in a video that Say recently made, he brought up an issue that a lot of people have been upset about, and he's made it more publicly known to some people that are more casual as well, who are now going to start talking about it, and that is R5. People are not happy with R5. I'm not happy with R5. I fucking barely farm it. In fact, I'm so confident that they're going to fix it or change it somehow that I just haven't been touching it. I'm like, they're going to make this more efficient later. So I'm just not going to touch it. I'm going to do the other stuff now. We'll do the R5 later. So people are upset about that, and they haven't even mentioned it. Another thing is the meta in RTA right now. I'm not going to touch Siege. I don't know how Siege is doing right now. I feel like some people are not really happy because there haven't been major changes in a while, but they've been making some changes from what I see. But I don't really play Siege. I don't give a shit about Siege. I'm not talking about Siege. I play RTA. The meta right now, I think it's balanced. I think we're in a decent spot balance-wise. I don't think anything stands out to me as too strong to the point where the game is unenjoyable because something is too strong. But it's unenjoyable right now because we're in a very slow bruiser meta. Now, as I said, I think it's balanced. That's not the problem. The fact of the matter is, people find bruiser metas boring. No matter how balanced it is, you play a turn-based game like this, and something like stall or like slow shit is the meta, you don't like it. Majority of people, don't like it. It's not fun. And the fact that the meta has stayed the same for so long, think of when Oliver was meta for about a year, and people weren't happy about that. It's that again. You'd think they'd learned their lesson, but they didn't. It's happened again. It's been Chandra Cigar Veligil for, I don't even know how long. I don't think it's been a year. It might be like 9 months. I don't know. It's been too long. It doesn't really matter. In a game like this, yes, the game can be balanced, but at the same time, you also need to shake things up. Because you need to create something that's more fun and exciting so people want to keep playing the game. If you do the same shit over and over again, well, people are going to get bored. It doesn't matter how balanced the game is. People will get bored. And especially in a game where it's a turn-based, RPG, competitive turn-based, things aren't as, how can I say, random? You can't take as many parts. You click one move and you click one monster. It's not like, a shooter where you can take so many different options because it's in a 3D space. You can do so many different things at once. You've got to change things up. You have to change things up. It's not an option, okay? The second thing is, I'm going to get into the false hype, okay? They have hyped this up, whether it's directly or indirectly. This event has been hyped up. A lot of it has been from the community, okay? A lot of people have unrealistic expectations. Some people thought you were going to get a free LD5. That's ridiculous. We weren't ever going to get a free LD5, but the fact that they left that... This is the last event from the 10-year anniversary. This is the last one. You go out on a bang. You've left this here for basically 10, 12 months. We've been seeing this the whole time. We're like, oh yeah, the last one, that's going to be a banger. And then you drop... Okay, you get scrolls. What if you don't get anything from them? It's all RNG. Most people aren't going to get shit. 1 in 30 people might get an LD5 because they gave everyone 10 scrolls. And it's around 1 in 300. I know it's a bit less, but it's around 1 in 300. So 1 in 30 people is going to get an LD5, maybe. Because that's not how probability works, but... I mean, with a large enough sample size it is. But, you get what I'm saying. It's just random chance again. Okay, this is a big milestone. This is 10 years. A lot of people would have been happy if it was just something you were guaranteed to get. Not an LD5. I'm not saying give everyone a free LD5. That is stupid. But something that it's not just a gamble would have been nice, okay? They needed to manage community expectations. They would have seen that people had insane expectations for this. Whether it be people on Reddit, content creators saying, oh, there's going to be a free LD5. Although I didn't particularly see anyone like that, but a few people have said that to me, that it was content creators hyping it up. It was more like just the Reddit community hyping themselves up for a free LD5. I mean, if you expected that, that's kind of crazy. But they did this to themselves. They needed to temper expectations. If they saw people had high expectations like that, they maybe could have reined it in a little bit. Because otherwise, they definitely would have seen people were talking about this. and they were like, oh, look, people are super excited for this. They think they might get something crazy like a free LD5. We're not going to do that. But, you know, if we can keep people around till then, keep making money, you know, profit off of this hype and not just clarify it so people don't get let down. So they would have profited off of that for months. People probably wanted to quit before then. Okay, there would have been a number of people, but they're like, oh, I'm going to wait till this last event. Now that this last event is shit and they've been let down, they're gone. They're gone. That's why people are leaving, okay? I have a few alternatives. What I would have done if I was them, I would have done either a choose your LD4 event. You get one LD4. I'm not saying you get all the LD4s you don't have. You get one. One. It's a 10-year anniversary. You never do it again. It's one LD4. Everyone gets their Tableau or Kinky, whatever they need. I don't know. They get it. They get to choose it, right? Not a big deal. It's a good reward. It's a guaranteed reward. It's not gambling, and everyone's happy. Another one is they just, I don't know, a new scroll. They give you like 10, 20 of these scrolls that are like LDs. But if the 4s and the 5 stars, you get to choose 3 options of each element. That's it. That's all they really had to do. People would have been far less angry about that. Okay? That's it. Now, I think the biggest problem with this, the third issue, is that there has been no communication. The community is outraged. Okay? I don't think I've ever seen it, like, people this pissed about Summoners War before. Okay? They know it. We just saw them on Reddit respond to someone. They can monitor the community. They can clearly see it, and they're aware. There is no way they're not aware. They know what's going on, and they just haven't said anything. They don't have to fully fix everything right away, but what they do need to do is they need to address it. Like, best case scenario, the best thing they do, drop everything immediately and address it and fix the problem. That's best thing. That's unrealistic expectations. The best thing that they should do that's not unrealistic is still drop everything you're doing, get a public statement out, apologize, and all you have to say is, oh, we're aware of some issues in the game, we're aware that you're not happy with Rift, and the current state of the game, meta-wise. We're working on fixing it. Please, bear with us, and we'll get something out to you soon. That's all you had to say. Literally, don't even fix the problem, just address it. That's all you gotta do. Just acknowledge that people are a little bit angry right now, and you're doing something for them, okay? This year has had some of the best quality of life changes we've seen in Summoners War history. Some of the stuff that we thought was never going to get fixed, and some stuff we thought they were never going to add. And they added it this year. The community's expectations are now high, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how small you think this issue is, okay? As I said, I personally don't care about the scrolls. If you say, oh, people just overreacting, they're not grateful for free shit, sure, okay? But if they don't communicate now, when people are pissed off, what if there's a much bigger problem? Are people going to trust them again? I wouldn't. They're gonna, if they don't even address this, they've lost a big part of the community's trust. Yeah, that's basically everything. There's 3 big issues. It's the fact that this is poor timing. There's already a number of issues that people are already upset about. This just tipped them over the edge. There was too much hype for this event that they didn't temper expectations properly. And, well, the biggest issue of all is that they're not fucking communicating. They're not communicating. This is a big issue. You need to be on this shit quickly. If they don't address this at all, a lot of people are going to quit. And that's going to set something in motion where the game will die in about a year or so. Com2uS, you've got a PR problem, okay? You need to fix this.